Well, off. Unless they get called in, which I doubt it's gonna happen. If it doesn't happen by like 9ish, probably won't happen. I will probably get calls throughout the day though, but we'll see. I'm also using a. I had a bunch of filters set up for this thing for all different um, settings on my end. So I had gain set up for my voice because I know I tend to talk kind of lower. Um, that's more so because there's so many people in the house, and I'm always thinking everybody hears everything I'm doing. Nobody hears anything. Everybody assumes I'm always gone, even when I'm here, which is ideal. So yeah, not really sure what to play. I just kind of felt like I should turn this thing on and see what happens. Keep thinking about this. Let me switch this back to large mode. Big mode. Super Fighters. Your only move is hustle and a few quick matches. Super Fighters is not a fighting game. It's like a platformer. It's just called Super Fighters, which is very confusing. I think I might load this up. I wish. I don't understand how to play these games here. I don't get them. Um actually. Yeah. Yeah. Two of the managers were like they thought I was coming in today. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. I'm like, you have to get it cleared with your boss. Like, what do you mean? It's like they're trying to cut down the overtime. So when I left yesterday, I worked like 4 days, but I was already like 4 or 5 hours into overtime. So when I reached out to their boss, she was like, no. She's like, probably next week, but like not this week because they're trying to get it down below. The number I heard was they were at 6% overtime across the building last week, and they want to have it ideally below 2 or 3%. And I'm like, I was probably like 2 or 3% myself. So, and there's another guy that's going to be there the whole weekend too because he has to be there. He does something, and they didn't. They never found a person to kind of help fill in on the weekend, so he kind of has to do both. Um, it probably would have been me or him, but he is better at the thing that he does, which is like that's cool with me. Uh, so yeah, I've been up for the bed. Well, I went to sleep at like 2. I stayed up late, but I just didn't have the energy to like stream because I worked until like 6:30. Then I didn't get home until like 9 or 10 o'clock last night. Um, so yeah, let's see, let's see. I want to watch this intro. I bought this game based off of hearing people talk about how cool the intro was. Richard. It's doing the thing. There's a fix for this. Damn, I can't see because my light is off. I just switched my keyboard back to the small one. Wait, where the hell? What is going on? I see my mouse there. It literally won't drag over. There we go. That right there. I need to find more like PS1/PS2 games on Steam, like that era, Dreamcast, whatever. I have collections or curators that recommend stuff, but you know, some of the games come out and they're like remasters. This is technically, but it's a lot closer to like the Xbox game. I gotta remember my dang phone and the charger too. That one game, is it War of the Monsters? It's on PC. I need to. I don't know if I have that on here. I think I have it on PC or Switch. That's not a game from the PS2, but it definitely has like a PS2 style vibe. It has like a GameCube type vibe to me.
Oh, it seems like they love you so much. They're not gonna let you go. Great work, President. But you still have a delicious dessert coming.
All right, cool. I'm actually playing this via the PC. This will be fine. I think. I don't know what's going on. Nothing for subtitles. Maybe it's under. It's not here. It's not here. Cool. I want a thing that says President Point on top of my screen. Thank you.
Well.
All right. I'm still here, my bad. The pollen and stuff is killing me. I got a box of tissues on my desk. I always have this box of tissues over here, and I always feel like it makes it look weird. But I don't have a cold or something that just goes in the closet. That's my excuse anyway.
The entire nation appeared to have fallen completely into the hands of the coup d'etat forces. However, one final hope in opposing the coup d'etat forces remained. This final hope being the U.S. President himself. Michael Wilson, the 47th President of the United States, equipped with a special mobile armored ops suit.
Michael Wilson is such a American name. It doesn't sound like a presidential name. It definitely sounds American though.
America's freedom.
I need more games. I know there's a lot out there, but I need more games that are just like Japanese perspective on like crazy American stuff like this. Death Stranding has a little bit of it too.
Welcome to the White House.
Got a regular monster. Somebody bought it for me yesterday and it's just been sitting in my car, but because it's like 40 degrees outside, it's 40 degrees outside in the morning and it'll be like 80 in the afternoon, just also slowly killing me. Okay. was wondering, I was like, wait, what is this?
Sorry to keep you
Yep.
waiting, Mr. President.
When I wake up in the morning, because I don't have heat or air in this room, I'll wake up freezing, usually with the dog by me, so it's like where he's at, it's like kind of warm. But then I sleep, it's a twin bed, and it's like next to the window. I put it by the window so you can look outside of it. And like on that side, it's like cold, so it's kind of like the middle of both. And then, you know, the second I move, I'm like, oh, it's cold out here. But I have this issue, like I get to work and it's like, it's so funny. I love this time of year because like you'll go to work and you'll see somebody that's there that's wearing like shorts and a t-shirt, and you can tell they're cold in the morning. But at the end of the day, like they're having the advantage. Like I'm over here in like maybe like a jacket or something and like jeans or whatever, or sweatpants or something. Because I can't figure out how to dress, or I'll bring like a jacket with me, but I try to bring like a light jacket because I don't want to deal with having... I'm on a forklift a lot of the day, so I don't want to deal with having the, having to figure out where to put a big-ass jacket at. But even when it gets cold, I do the same thing, so... It's kind of whatever. Is this mine? I don't know, it's getting blown up either way. It's not Air Force One. It must be for terrorists. I gotta take these out. So I remember so I got EDF, I think it was Earth Defense Force 2017, whatever the first one was on like 360. I got that game because, do I need to jump over this? Oh, I can go closer, wow. Makes me feel like a dingus. But I bought Earth Defense Force because if you remember the website 1UP, when they started their podcast, I think one of the podcasts, people were talking about it, and it's like, Shane Bettenhausen, he used to write for EGM. He works for, I don't know if he still does, but he worked for PlayStation for a while. He was talking about EDF, I think. And I think he was one of the people that thought the game was like dumb or something, but hearing other people talk about it, I'm like, oh, this game sounds like the perfect kind of stupid. This game feels like that kind of same thing. Okay, so that guy's gone.
Hurry up and head for the underground bit. This situation looks pretty suspicious. You're supposed to enter from the roof section.
Roof section of the White House? Let's go to my underground bunker. That must be who this is. I'm sorry. She's talking, but I don't see any like things on the mini map over there to indicate where I need to go.
I'll be back.
Mr. President, the Eagle Star is beyond here. Get going before the enemy chases after you. Proceed ahead while destroying anything that stands in your way. Switching over your weapons, depending on the situation, is the main key to fighting. Try out the weapons in your backpack as you like.
Yep, this is what I do every single day. I drive forklifts in a little tiny warehouse and move giant metal crates that would be way over the weight capacity. What is this? Huh. So since, as far as I know, there hasn't been a GoldenEye source port outside of GoldenEye Source, which was not a direct port. That was a source mod to basically make a game like GoldenEye and Half-Life 2's engine. there's that game, I think it's called Agent 64. I streamed they had a or open beta a while ago. I streamed that. And that game, I'm looking forward to it because it's the closest thing, but there's no release date. But they keep saying it's soon. So I think it's going to be one of those games that's kind of like when it's done, it'll just be out. But when I played the beta, I was like, oh, this is, like, the multiplayer was fine. The multiplayer was like playing GoldenEye multiplayer with the mouse and keyboard. But it doesn't feel like a modern shooter. Like, this is the kind of game here, if you play this with the mouse and keyboard, you have accuracy probably, but like, yeah, look, I was assuming, like, it's a little bit weighty, even when you set the controls to, like, a higher sensitivity. It's just the way it works. It's just the way some of these games work. I remember the first game I accepted that with was when Borderlands came out on PC. I had played it on 360 for a little bit, played it on PS3, I think, and then, like, the 360 version, or the PC version, when I got that, I was playing it with a mouse and keyboard, and everything was fine when it came to shooting, but when it came to scrolling through menus, it was clear you needed to use a controller.
You should be able to easily shoot them down.
Sniper rifle, shotgun. This is a rocket launcher, sniper rifle, shotgun, or rocket launcher. Wish they had regular names. Use this. Use these. Cool. Yes. Should be off tomorrow, too. Unless they give me some sort of crazy override, which has happened before. There's times when, like, I'll be here. The way it usually happens is my uncle works in the same place, just in another side of the building. So I'll drop him off, and, like, if I catch a manager, like, hey, can you work? And they'll, you know, try to get clearance, but with the situation right now, like, I won't get in trouble for it, but they'll get in trouble for it. I'm sure they got in trouble for it last week for me having so many hours. So, I'm expecting to be off. There's one of the guys that works there that I usually take to get cigarettes on, usually Friday. Like, if I'm off, I can still go by there, because whatever. Why is this stupid grading not... Try and... Shotgun? Got one of them. Got another one. There we go.
Keep you waiting, Mr. President. The barrier has been opened.
Yeah, well, so, like, to me, when I have a weekend like this, which doesn't happen often, it feels like it's the perfect time to play, like, well, of course, it's always the perfect time to play retro stuff, but I was like, man, I could, if I had a memory card, this is the kind of, like, in an actual PlayStation still, I would definitely be spending the weekend just messing around with PlayStation games. It's not my house, but there are things around the house that I do. Like, when I got over here, I cleaned off their deck because it was driving me crazy that it was so, like, gross. Yeah, a few weeks ago, I had to change the alternator in my car, which took me, like, hours. It's mostly because once I got the alternator in, it took, like, an hour to do. I had to keep getting different tools, because the things I had from before, from the last time I had to do car repairs, people, you know, family will be like, oh, can I use your whatever? Can I use your ratchet set? Sure. And they take off, like, everything that's actually useful. So when I went to go, you know, try to take bolts and stuff off my car, nothing was there. Anyway, it's beside the point. I cleaned off their deck when I first got over here because it was a mess. I had to clean out this room. I had to clean out this entire floor. Like, I mopped the floor, bleached stuff in the bathroom, all this other stuff. So now I need to clean their gutters. It's only because when I get home, it just bothers me when I look up there and I'm like, man, these things have been like messed up forever. Oh, they want me to protect Air Force One for some reason.
President. How's that for a ticketless chicken?
That's not what it looked like there. There's like no enemies there. There's like a handful of them. They're just kind of standing around doing nothing. Let's party. Find more ridiculous action games that aren't like this. Like, I don't need another Devil May Cry type game. I feel like there aren't a ton of those, but like, you know, they exist. Ah, yes, the Lincoln Memorial. I think the solution though is going to be for me to. I gotta find another emulation site. I have a bunch of PS2 ROMs already, but I gotta do something. Maybe I need to get yet another hard drive somehow, and just get a bunch of PS2 games set aside.
Like this party is just getting started.
The economy rating is 2. I need to find the B tier games from like the Xbox and PS2 generation. Like there's a game from the Xbox. Halo was the big game. Obviously. Dead or Alive 3, awesome. Dead or Alive 3 in that game, when I finally got to try that game, I was like, man, this game looks incredible. As a person who played, I played 2. I didn't play 1 until way later. But 3 looked incredible. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2X is pretty cool too. Mostly because this is a bias thing. But they had included levels from other games as like bonuses. Like you have all of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and you finish that, and it unlocks like all the levels from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1, I think, which is crazy back then. And then they also have bonus levels, and I want to say one of them is from like Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, whatever it was called. But there was a I think there was a skate park at Tampa level in that game, and I remember seeing it. Like, this is weird. And then when I moved to Florida, well, I was already in Florida at the time. I hadn't been to the skate park by then. When I actually started going out there, it was like they changed the layout every single year, but it was like it felt like being there. So when I go back to that game now, I was like, man, this feels like skating in that skate park in specifically like 2003, 2004. I'd even thought about like, I can't do it. I'll have to get some stuff done in my car. I was like, man, whenever I get a weekend, if I was able to leave work a little bit early on like a Friday, I could go down to Florida and just spend the weekend down there, and go to the skate park. That's a long way to go. It's like 6.5 hours from here driving. It's not super crazy, but still. Let me tell you the story of a man who stood against that tide, who believed in his own justice even when it seemed the whole country had turned against him. DNN correspondent Peter McDonald.
Joey, update me as to the status of the nation.
The Pentagon, the United Nations, and all federal government institutions have fallen into the hands of the Vice President.
Have they?
What is this music?
Mr. President, sure your father would have told you the same.
Believe in your own justice. Sounds like a strange translation.
Jody, how's my schedule look for today?
You've got a conference and dinner party at the Japanese embassy regarding wildlife protection.
Oh yeah. Sorry, but I'll have to cancel that. I'm heading out to save America. Can you let them know I won't be able to make it?
Again, this is the kind of stuff that, like, I need a game. I need another game that's like this. I know that this game is the one that people talk about, but like, dude, wow. I can't make that appointment because I have to save America because I'm the president.
Yes, Mr. President.
Maybe. So there's this. Death Stranding has it a little bit. Dead Rising has it, where it's like Dead Rising. It's like their view on like Romero movies and like American night, like 2006 mall culture, which wasn't really a thing. They were still around. Like, I was still going to mall arcades, but they were definitely shifting. Like, when I was up there, there would just be people that were like in there just kind of chilling or trying to like get up to no good. At least down here. You know, you were down here.
Since 2010, domestic terrorism problems have increased rapidly. Economic disputes originating from the exhaustion of fossil fuels and the sudden rise in unemployment due to the influx of large-scale immigration.
I took her germs.
Neither the current president nor the American government took actions to address these various problems. On the contrary, they have filled their own pockets adhering to terrorist cells. To correct this situation, Richard Hawk, Arizona insurrection hero and vice president of the old government, and
The old government.
military, rose to the task at hand.
I like the fact that he has a giant robot that's able to give you a thumbs up.
Based in a belief of winning freedom, and based in the belief of an independent war, and based in the belief in
Like I said,
great
translations.
However, to our
Oh,
regret,
man.
an evil to disobey this belief exists in the United States of America too. And here is that evil. This villainous terrorist, who first appeared in Washington and began his unjust rampage, goes by the alias Metal Wolf. His current whereabouts are unknown. While all of America will be under martial law until Metal Wolf is caught, please do not confuse the issues at hand. Without fail, the U.S. military elite forces, with a combined strength of 1.5 million, promise to smash this unforgivable evil to pieces.
This is surprisingly relevant to the current politics, except for the giant robots and the president fighting to save America. What was that quote the other day? There are quotes that I see, like, I'm just like at work, like trying to start typing up reports in the morning and check people's schedules or whatever, see who's going to be in, see who called out, and all this. Hit, open Explorer, or what is it, Edge or Chrome or whatever they have on the damn computers there, and it was like, what was the thing he said a couple of days ago about like if they don't agree, this will be the end of a civilization or something like that. I was like, those are some strong words, my guy. Oh man. Not to go off on politics, but still.
Army encircles the White House and is now closing in. Fortunately,
Oh man.
the enemy force is at a stage where it is still requesting reinforcements. It seems possible to get away now. While eliminating the enemies in your way, please reach the underground base promptly and board Air Force One. This mission goes by the call name In the Nick of Time, the great escape from the White House.
Oh man.
Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
Let me see something before I forget. The game Ninja Blade. Oh man, Richard. 87%. Okay. What I like is when you play a game and you can tell there's a steep drop off somewhere. My favorite is what's that game? Deadly Premonition, where you'll hear people say like, "Oh, it's a janky game, but it's fine. It's totally fine. It's whatever. It's just, you know, people just don't get it." And a lot of those people, they'll be like, "Dude, Deadly Premonition is one of my favorite games of all time." Like, and they talk about it, and if you don't know, you hear them talk about it, and you're assuming like, "Oh, man, game does sound pretty cool." That game is unplayable on computer. Like, it's literally unplayable. So like what happens, like the first chapter, like almost nobody finishes the first chapter. But when you do, it's like you get to like the third chapter and it goes from like say like 30% completion rate, 40% completion rate to like the next chapter. Like almost everything is rare because the issue is that the game has like technical flaws where it crashes during cutscenes and it saves before the cutscene and it saves after the cutscenes. So it crashes in between there. So when you load the game up, it just, when you hit load, it crashes. The only way to get around it is to edit your save file to get past that part. And it gets worse and worse and worse as the game goes on. So for the people that want to see it to the end, you have to really want it. By the time you just get the regular ending, which the game isn't super hard, it's just kind of, it's got a lot of issues. Like the completion percentage for that game, like normal, is like, I don't know, it's like 6%. It's something stupid. That was the first time I was like, oh, you know what, these percentages are actually important. Ninja Blade Skateboard Cop should be a game. I could probably Google it on my phone. Yeah, I'm sure it's okay. So, oh no, it's gone. Damn, wasn't that game called Ninja Blade? There's Ninja Gaiden. Oh well. So Deadly Premonition, the first one came out on Switch as Deadly Premonition Origins, I think, but it was from the 360. It was a 360 like budget game. It came out around the same time as Earth Defense Force. It has a similar vibe. Like when you play it, it's got some really cool ideas. It is absolutely just the game that is like, this is just Twin Peaks, but weirder. Man, it's got this really catchy song. Their calm song when you're just kind of like hanging out with people. It's like it's a whistle thing. Oh, it's so good. But anyway, that game has some crazy issues. A game like this, I like seeing the achievements on because it'll be like, whatever you're doing, the completion percentage will be like, oh, this is how many people actually put time into this. Let's see. Global achievements. Yeah, you'll like go down, you'll see like this, and this right here will be like, yeah, okay, so complete New York. I don't know. Completely. I'm assuming these are just levels, so as it goes like further and further in, that's the drop off. That's also how people justified, was it Black Ops 4 that didn't have any? Yeah, he skateboards in that game, that's right. Or he skateboards in the second game, I think, which I think is a Switch exclusive still. But yeah, you know, people say that they love Metal Wolf Chaos, like, you know, they played so much of this game, and like you check it, it's like, oh no, because I have some of those games too, where like when I was thinking like, oh dude, I used to love that game when I was younger, and like I go back and play it now, I was like, I don't remember any of this. Like I'll remember like the first couple of levels of the game, I was like, that's as far as I got. I might have played it over and over and over on the weekends, but realistically I probably put in like, you know, whatever the game is. Like let's just say it's the first Alien vs Predator, or the PC one. I might have put in, I don't know, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours maybe. But it seems like I played it a lot more because it'd be one of those things where like on a Friday night after coming home from school, marching band, the arcade, it's like 11 o'clock at night, turn the computer on, play the game for like 30, 40 minutes and then cut it off and go to bed and wake up the next day and play PS2. What? Yeah. Develop. I don't understand. I understand what I'm doing, don't know how this works. This is what I was wishing I had before. Oh well. Okay, so now that I have it, I have to go in here and I have to develop it. This is weird. So can I get... Can't. That's weird. It's like redundancy. It's like instead of just being able to go in there and do what you want to do, you have to go in there and you have to invest in it. And once they invest in it, it shows you what it is, and then you have to pay more to get it built. It seems like it should skip the step and be like, do you want to unlock the next thing? Like that's how you upgrade that skill set or whatever. All right. Put this stuff on my right. Okay, I like this. Alright, let's save again, because now I have this. I spent money. Now I have to do it again and figure out what I did.
Get out my special ops suit, Jody.
It looks like a fancy party is about to start. This kind of party is a first for me. Mr. President?
Yeah, we do it every single time? Or is this the first real level? Was that like a...
Outside looks really scary, Mr. President. Mr. President, escape via the Eagle Star in the underground base. Now I'll open the entryway to the underground base. Please give your guests some face time with the Commander-in-Chief.
Okay.
The enemy are just lowly foot soldiers. Even if they aim at you and fire, they're no match for your special heavy mobile armor.
This is... What's the... That's weird. It seems like there should have been something in here that was like, I was changed the mission. Or definitely just gave me the same thing again.
Proceed ahead while destroying anything that stands in your way. Switching over your weapons depending on the situation is the main key to fighting. Try out the weapons in your backpack as you like.
This democracy manifest.
Hangar beyond this
I see you know your judo well.
The aircraft hangar is behind the barrier. I'll open the barrier now. Please wait a moment.
Sweet, you can just take out the little catwalk thing they're on. Didn't know that last time. That makes it so much easier. All right, cool.
The barrier has been opened. Air Force One's launch preparations will be complete soon. Well, looky here. More guests. Well, I guess they won't be voting for you next term. Mr. President,
So
the enemy's
stupid.
taking in from Air Force One. Please be careful. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. President. How's that for a ticketless?
Weird. Whatever. I didn't mean to do the same mission again. Okay. I didn't realize I was supposed to select things here. It just goes to this map.
The Filipino army that occupies San Francisco still runs rampant and deprives 780,000 citizens of their freedom. The Filipino army that occupies San Francisco
Coup d'etat?
runs rampant and
The coup d'etat.
the Filipino army that occupies San Francisco.
The... Okay. Oh, whatever. Yeah, we're good. This is alright. This is alright. This is the kind of like dumb fun game that I mean people do make them in a throwback style at least. At least that's becoming a thing again. But I mean like, you know, Romeo is a Dead Man. This feels like a weird PS3 game. Game is so weird. So strange. Yeah, like it was the weird games from like the Japanese auteurs, I guess. Um, they don't really make a lot of stuff like that anymore. I think it's just because, you know, so many companies got so focused on America. You know, there's so much money in America in terms of gaming, so they started making all their games to appeal to Americans. And it's like the things that made some of the Japanese games weird went away because or somebody sees one thing click, you know, you get like a million games like Souls games all of a sudden. I think the thing that's cool is so you have like stuff like this, which sure, let's turn this on. You have stuff like this that is like smaller budget indie games that are the I've talked about this before, but like when indie games were becoming a thing, I always thought they're going to be like 8 or 16-bit. I didn't see anybody because people back then, you know, like say like when Spelunky before it, like got the art style it has now, when it was just a free game online, people used to talk about how like, of course, you know, 2D games are timeless. They are. I think they still are. You know, if you look at a game like a Mega Man 2 or let's say Secret of Mana or whatever, the art style in those games still holds up to this day. Same with like Symphony of the Night. But 3D games, the phase that everybody figured was going to get skipped was like, well, nobody has nostalgia for 3D games. But then those kids got older, I guess, you know, my age or whatever, and they liked that style, but they want to tell modern stories. So you get games nowadays that look like PS1 games. What I think is really cool is that now you're also getting the other, like, you got the boomer shooters, of course, but you're getting like the throwback platformers. Like there's a game that just came out, Bomb Bun, which looks like somebody looked at Bomberman Hero and current speedrunning games, was like, what if I combine these? That's cool. Or something like this where it's got this art style and it feels a lot like Max Payne. And I'm sure, you know, the people that made this probably liked Max Payne but wanted to tell their own weird story. And the story is something that you would have never seen back then, you know. But again, it's the thing that's missing to me is just like you don't really have that on the Japanese side as much. You have a lot of Americans trying to make like JRPGs, while Japanese studios are like, oh, JRPGs don't make any money, and then a game like Expedition 33 comes out, and they're like, oh no, we were wrong, and then you start getting the throwbacks now. So you get like the Dragon Quest remakes, the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, but those are just the same games again. So we'll see what comes of all of this. I just want to. I've never finished this game. I never got super far in this. I got like maybe 7, 8 chapters in, maybe 9. But man, the opening levels are so good. I think part of my issue with this game is that I'll play it for a while and I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go. Like, I know they know what they're doing, but it's the art style that throws me off.
That's what love is. It's a trip between who you were and whatever the hell you become next. So let's take it from the top. Like a jazz standard.
Hold
We'll
on.
get in our own time.
Still here.
As loud as we dare.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, she'll have hostages. Gotta look for the light.
On my controller. So when I played this game originally, when I tried it, I didn't realize that you could just walk wherever. I assumed you had to stay on these paths here, but you don't have to. So when I mentioned I get lost playing this game, the thing is like you play the game and it has like these abstract locations. Like that's clearly maybe a wall. There's clearly no floor here where you can walk on whatever sometimes. But the light is what you'll need to save. You also take damage really quick.
Thank you. And she'll have monsters. Dive, focus. I can take them down faster. Pills. I'll need more. As many as it takes. I'll pick up more supplies as I go. It's Texas. Of course they'll have guns. Huh. Haven't thought about these since Sunday school. Intrusive. Delirious imagery with a terrifying truth. What else? Think, James, prepare. Stakes. Close the distance. Drive a stake through the heart. Break what I have to. Get more stakes. So I can stake. And stake. And stake.
Can't imagine going to see this in the theater. It's so weird.
Nothing. I just wasn't ready to say goodnight yet. Fuck. The pharmaceutical cocktail I put together vibrates at the back of my skull. Shifts my system into overdrive. I could take anything but a tank shot to the chest right now, but that comes with a cost. My body's going to give it out at some point, and it's going to hurt. One way trip. I picture the pills in the bag with the pills and taking the pills in the bag with... It feels inevitable. and Nickelodeon on a loop. Courtesy of an addict's chemistry. I'm the addict, by the way. Hi. Max is Dracula, Lord of the Vampires. 15 miles from here, in a tiny motel in El Paso, Texas, she's conducting a ritual that will end the world as we know it. It's what she always wanted, even when she said she didn't. If I don't save the people she's taken or kill the things she's conjuring from the void as we speak, the world dies today. I threw away 6 months and 11 days of being sober for a chance to save the world. 98% of me is screaming in pain or exultation, glad for an excuse to fall. And the last tiny fraction, that's you. I need you to believe that I'm not going to open that trunk, that I'm going to get back into this car on the count of 3 and stop my ex before she destroys us all. I need to know that you believe, so I can too. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, my name is James Savage. Here's to believing. Clerk being gone isn't a good sign. Gotta get to the elevator. If nothing above ground has been affected yet, I might actually have a shot.
Okay, we're good.
Shame the guy who was supposed to answer it is probably dead.
We'll just go. I just want to get to the weirdness.
Previously on Bill Cop.
The wub was lit up like a Christmas tree. Cheap neon paint on the cracked facade of a broken neighborhood. My badge wouldn't get past the dress code. You didn't need to. Hey, you here against your will? Did mistress bring you here to shame me? Oh, I'm very clearly in the wrong place.
Oh man, I love this. This is when you're like, all right, this game is weird. Again, this is also, it leads to you just getting lost the entire time. At least for me, I'm probably not as lost as I think I am. I just like, I end up looping back around, and I'm just like, don't know what to do after that.
Oh shit. This is bad.
See, I thought that was some sort of weird metaphor, but I think it's like him literally like going in an elevator and be like, wait, oh no, she's already doing weird stuff. I remember I had a friend that called me. She was she used to stay up here. She moved back to Florida, but she had called me. She would call me anytime something was up. Like I would just keep her calm, or just take her places just so she could get her mind off of stuff. And she called me. She's like, "Hey, I need you to come by real quick. I had something." I was like thinking something happened to her, and I think she got in an argument with some guy she was dating or whatever. And like he wasn't staying there. She was whatever. And I'm thinking like, oh, it's whatever. She's she's got mad. She's punched holes in the wall or whatever before, and just out of anger. Sure. I get over there, and I don't know if she got a knife, if she used her knuckle, but there were like, I'm gonna say probably like 50 tiny little like holes all over the wall, and I had the exact same. I was like, oh, this is no good. Like I don't know what happened over here, but this is probably bad. All right, so like I mentioned, the thing that makes this game confusing is, as you see, there's no roof here. You have to go to the lights. I didn't understand that for a while. Like it's not super clear when they tell you to rescue the hostages before. I don't think they tell you that either. I get it now. So no matter what, you always need to go in that direction. This game also has oh, I mentioned it before, but you die so fast. Not that you die so fast, that your health will just drop. You'll also have weird moments where you like open a door, and because you know there's no like, this is like dream logic or something. Like you'll open a closet door, and all of a sudden there's just like a huge gap. I can never get a feel for how they want me to play this game either. I get that it's a weird looking game, but I don't know if they want me to like. What should I be using slow-mo more or like what?
Don't stop me. There's a lockbox in the tool chest. Brother got a gun, said the bullets go through vest. Got those night shifts, so we sleep in too blessed. Grab the key, cause I'm about to shut some mouths, true that. In the back pocket, creeping like they wanna see. Blend into the figured crimes, rap thug wanna be. My numbers up, if I don't breathe, answer a couple questions, it's a free use. Move the crowd on our head center mass. Jumping in cause I wanna be spitting brass. Think about all the stuff closed, mocking me and line rose fire in his ass. Fireman.
I could see this being a movie from the vibes, but at the same time, it's like the game itself is so weird.
Get your numbers up, boy, get your numbers up. Lay those bodies down, boy, get your numbers up. Get your numbers up, boy, get your numbers up. Lay those bodies down, boy, get your numbers up. Let's go. Get your numbers up, boy, get your numbers up. Lay those bodies down, boy, get your numbers up. Get your numbers up, boy, get your numbers up. Lay those bodies down, boy, get your numbers up.
I'm a ghoul, I'm a freak, I'm a fucking demon. Making ghosts not a sound, me on the screaming.
Getting quiet cause they know I'm the final boss. I'm a legend cause I spoke with the lockbox. Target standing and I grin with every slay. Like the dog, I'ma get my fucking day. Cops around, did they think they can make me stop? I'm immortal cause I rock with the lockbox.
Okay, let me be hostages. Pretty sure time and space aren't supposed to be doing that. Reality's breaking down behind me. Need to look for the light. Get the fuck back to the elevator.
The elevator. You can see that from here too. There we go. That's where it's at. You got these exit signs, and there's where that is over there. So you have to figure out how to get over there. They give you clues on where to go, but as you can see, it's just like when you look at the game, it's still kind of hard to see things. Because there's so much like art style stuff going on. dog is doing that thing where he's like stretched out on his back and his legs are just like open.
I'm gonna have to dive through this. Leap like a fucking circus animal.
I don't thank you.
Oh, this is gonna be a fucked up day. Doors locked on the side.
States. Person's over here, but I can't go through any of these doors. I gotta go like around. There are also people that like, one of the things I like about this game is it's just the vibes. You got the music, but like in the music and the way that, you know, like the guns have like the trails of smoke that come off of them, lighting, the narration. That's me every single day. It's like I get to work, I'm like, man, I should do this, but I told somebody, it's like the thing that messes me up the most is, so I had to miss days earlier in the month because of the car. It was the moving from the other house to this one, the car, and it was something else. I was like, oh, I'm just screwed. So like anytime like they offer overtime now, I'm like, gotta go for it, or I'll be at work. Like I could leave. Like there was one day, I think it was like Monday, where like the computers in my job, it wasn't the computers, the network went down. So where I work at, my department, nothing was working. Like our conveyor belts and stuff, they were not working. So I just kind of stood around for like 4 hours. A lot of people left, but I'm also, it's one of those things also where like me, you know, being responsible. I can leave. Like they would let me go if I wanted to. But I try to stay there in case, you know, other people want to make their money because they have to have a supervisor there. So, yeah, that's my dream. Like if I was to go in today, like say if they're like, hey, you can come in for a couple hours, cool. I'm cool with that. It'd get halfway through the day, they'd be like, hey, Jason, can you stay all day? Like, I guess I can. I guess so. And all of a sudden, it's like I get out of work and it's not that I stay all day. It's that I get out of work and it'll be like 7:30, 8 o'clock, but the people whose shift it is leave earlier than I do, and I'm like, you know what? And they complain like, oh man, you get so much overtime. I was like, yeah, because I don't leave my shifts early, and I don't leave your shift early either. They'll be like, oh, well, since you're here, I'm gonna leave at 3 o'clock. I'm like, that's messed up. But again, when they do that though, this is also why, like, you know, I think some of them have, they don't know They don't know necessarily like what I make. It's not even about what I make. It's like me getting opportunities to get overtime and they don't. And they don't understand why. I'm like, because the thing is like, if they ask me to, I'll do it. If they ask them to and they don't want to, they're like, no, I'm not coming in. Because they're having some weird petty, like, I don't like this person, so I'm not working. Like, I don't give a shit. You want me to come into work and get more money to mess around with boxes? Or to pretend to tell people what to do? Yeah, I can do that. You're gonna pay me like twice what my normal pay is to do that? Sure, you can do that. Yeah, literally. So when my car went down, supposedly one of the managers that called the people on the weekend, I think one person showed up, which they give her a hard time. And I told her before, I was like, no, like I think I appreciate about her is that she's like, she will step up if she needs to. She'll do whatever. They called these other two, like, hey, since Jason's not going to be here, can you help out? They just there was no reason. Like they could have, but they just didn't. Yeah, that wasn't great. You hear about that shit whenever I come back to work. Like, oh, this happened while you're out. So, yes, indeed. I also told them because like I'll bring my like Legion or the Switch to work to pretend I'm gonna have downtime to actually use it. And so I was like, man, how do you get all these gadgets? I'm like, because I'm always here. The thing is, the more that you're here, the more dumb stuff that you can do and also pay your bills too. But if you're like, I want to get this and this and this, but you don't want to do the work, you can go for it, but you're gonna be screwed over later. I can go to work and I'll be like, all right, I want to get this. So that's gonna be like 3 weeks of overtime if I can get it. And it's worked out. Yeah, it's, you can set, I told somebody too, the cool thing about doing that is like you set a standard really high. So you set a standard high, which that's part of why I like to do it. It's like a dick move. I like to set the standard really high so other people have to live up to me. I don't have to live up to them. And then it turns into this thing where like I can just turn it off. Like if I don't want to do that, if I'm like, hey, they're like, hey, we don't want you to work this much, or we don't want you to get this many hours. Cool. For them, like, hey, we need you to work 2 hours of overtime. They're dying. Because they're not used to having to do more than like say like 32 hours or whatever. But I started doing that like years ago. It was one of the jobs I had where like I think it was Target. So what happened is they would let me get overtime a little bit, but not much. Toys R Us of course would too around the holidays, but Target would let you get overtime a little bit. But it had to be approved and was always maybe like an hour or two. And the first time I did it, you know, on a regular basis, like every single week I was working like maybe like 42 hours, 43 hours. Like, man, this is a lot of work. And then this other manager came in from the outside to get the company to try to get my building cleaned up. And he had straight up asked, he's like, well, Jason's up for working. Why don't you guys let him work? Like, well, that's overtime. I was like, yeah, and like, well, like, but if he's going to do the work, like, is he worth it? Like, yeah. So all of a sudden I could get as many hours as I wanted to. So I remember the first week I hit 50 hours. Like, man, that's a lot. And I made that my base. And then I hit 60 hours. I made that my base. And it'd be like 60 to 70 hours a week. It was just setting a high score to see how many hours I could get. Meanwhile, other people are over there working like 20 hours a minute. Can I get an extra shift? But they're not going to do the work. So. When I got here, that's how I got the position I have. Where people realize, like, oh man, you can just work. I'm like, yep, it's like, got you. Yeah, I would like to have that be my average again. I got like 50 something, 50, 60.
What she's doing. It's torn a hole through the inner tube of reality.
If they asked me to work one extra day, I'm already like 55 hours.
Watch the hair drain out.
My shift is supposed to be like 9.5 to 10 hours, but it ends up being like 11 to 12 because I come in earlier and stay later, just to make sure all this stuff gets done. And then on the weekend shift it's like 7 to 7 automatically. So if they need me to come in early, I come in 6:30. If I have to stay late, I'll be there 7:30, 8 o'clock. So it ends up being like 13, 14-hour days, which is a lot. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, the work isn't like, it's not super bad. Even unloading is just like, it's so like, I don't know. It's like so like it's just like mindless to me.
Need to find another way. Need to find another way. Need to find another way.
Especially when I work on the weekends, like because it'll either be like supporting them, training people, or just like straight up just like unloading a truck, like unloading trucks or driving a forklift all day or whatever, like stuff like that, like just helping out however they need me. On the weekend, they want me to pick up extra hours. I'm already at 40 and like I can just shut my brain off. I don't have to worry about like people coming up to me with like HR questions like, this person said my butt was big and I don't know why they were looking at my butt and that's unacceptable. I have to pull both people, like I don't have to deal with any of that shit. Just go to work and work. It's great. There was a department I applied to be a manager in that I did not get, but it was one of those things where it was like I worked there before for like 6 months in that department, and I still go over there to help out if they need me, but that like I tell people all the time, like that's the only place in the building is that you're technically doing like you're not doing like the physical labor or anything I'm doing over on the side I'm in now or the side I was in before, but like the way that the people are over there is like mentally draining sometimes because everybody is like in their feelings about things. But they've also been there for like 15 to 20 years in a way where you think like, oh, you would assume that these people, because of how long they've been there and how long they've known each other, it wouldn't be that. But it's like dealing with a bunch of like old married couples, but it's mostly women that don't like one woman or another person. They think somebody's getting favoritism or whatever. And like, yeah. Okay, we're in a bad spot. We're in a bad spot. I got 4 stakes, 3 stakes. Oh. 2 stakes, chairs. 3 stakes. The people in that department really wanted me to be the manager over there, because a lot of times I end up like helping them out, or you know, if they need some sort of like I'll be like a backup over there. But man, it's just all the little petty stuff that's just like it sucks. Yeah, I don't know. My customer service skills are pretty good from working at a damn toy store.
You could swing by in about a month or so. Or come on down now. You're more than welcome. It's just there won't be any cars there. I already paid for the ad and the band. I could do that because we are one of the top 3 used car dealerships in the East El Paso area. But that was before the lightning strike, setting off every car in the lot like a stream of fire dominoes. If you come on down now, there isn't really a building there anymore. However, we do have a cooler full of soft drinks while supplies last, and 2.5 lawn chairs that I have brought from home. I actually really appreciate the company while we get this whole situation resolved with the insurance. So, come on down. Bucks used cars. Bucks used cars. Just
softly, I-10. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Did we get that? Did we get it? Is that good? Should we let that go out?
Oh. You know, I just realized that's the car. That's the thing that you're trying to. I guess that's. Oh look, look! It did the thing. You kept going. You keep going. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's the whole thing at the beginning about him not wanting to open the trunk and go back to the drugs or whatever. So, I get it. Ah. All right. Well, oh shoot, I was hitting escape so I could back out. This is El Paso. I'm laughing. I completely forgot the name of the game is in the menu. Yeah. It's a cool game. It's a cool Max Payne vampire-y thingy. But again, it's like I feel like the game is probably like, I'm gonna guess, let's say it's probably like 4 or 5 hours long, imagine if you just played it straight through. But it's just, it gets so confusing just the way the levels are laid out. Like you're going to like this weird hotel, but like the path is just like a lot of hallways, and like it'll be like a big empty space and hallways branching off of it. When you get somewhere and there's like a locked door, so you have to go back around and you can see where you need to get to, but you don't know how to get there. It's terrifying to think of dying with all these scars. And yet, I fall anyway. Man. Need more games like that. They need to make that Max Payne thing. I know they keep saying they're working on the Max Payne reboot. Not reboot, remaster, remake, but needs to happen, needs to be out there. I finished this game when it came out on the 360. Need a bigger boner? Add feet to your boner. Call now. Dead Souls. Man. This game, it was like this. There's a certain... This is, I don't know, I forgot who made this. I forgot who made this. I was going to say, I think the person that worked on Romeo is a Dead Man, also worked on this here. There's a lot of similarities in terms of like the story. But this game has like this like, oh, so it came out, I don't know, I'm going to say like 2008-ish, 2009. The Steam version came out like a year or two ago, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 2024. And it's not like a bargain type game. It just feels, again, this is like a B tier game to me. It had the production values or like, you know, advertised. I don't even think it was advertised. It was probably on like podcasts and like Game Spot and stuff, like advertised there, like online ads, but that was about it. I had heard about it when it was coming out. It's got that like a lot of that 2000s era edginess. You have a little skull that's with you, and you turn him into a shotgun, and he calls himself a big boner, and there's like gates that you have to get through, and instead of just being gates, like, I have to get through these demon pubes. It's just like, it was one of those things that I heard somebody joking about it, and I played the game, I was like, oh no, they really do just straight up call them demon pubes. I think, like, if you remember Prey, not the one that came out most recently, but the one from the 360 era, like, I played the demo for that game, and there's a lot of doors that look like it's like a sphincter that you're going to or something. It's really weird and gross. This game has some of that, but not to that extreme. But the thing is that the story that it tells, like the way that it goes through things, is also like really good. Like the ending of the game like sticks out in my head. It's like The Darkness has something like that too. Where there's a, look at that. You start the game off with, I'm sure they're mannequins or dolls, but there's like babies hanging from trees. This is the kind of game that we're dealing with. I think this is for the controller. 2011. Yeah, you know what? This feels about right. So this game had an attitude, like an edginess, like a late PS2 game. And they were still making PS2 games, I think, around this time. Like you still had like maybe Persona 4 coming out way later than you think it should have. Because like Metal Gear Solid 4 was like 2008, 2009, I think. Suda51, there we go. That's his name. Yes, look at these people. All of them are all doing their own things now. Look at this. This is, all the stars are here. Don't know who that is. Those first three names, though, just some heavy hitters. Hella remastered. Kind on aim assist. Leave it off, we'll see. Motion sensor. See how the accuracy is. Some games used to give you like, you know, just they still do on console, and people are like, I play my games auto aim off, but if you use a controller, a lot of games still have a little bit, like you'll see like somebody like tracking somebody's head and they show it because like you'll get on their head and the cursor moves just a little bit if you're using a controller. With the mouse and keyboard, it's not there. But there's games that come out like this that like were designed for console and they cut that off and it changes the way the games play. So we'll see which camp this falls into. This is also reminding me of the game Slitterhead that I need to go back to from like a year or two ago. Which fits in with...
The bullet train is here, hell monkey. As if you
Wait.
mortals can be saved with one little squeeze. Kill me, and I shall be replaced by another. And another. And another still. You cannot point that pet gun of yours at all demon kind. Wherever you are not looking is where the greatest threat shall be. One at a time, we shall seize the treasures of your life as spoils and leave only emptiness and despair. My last gifts to you. Just don't forget to wrap them, Buddha Claus. By the way, Hotspur, how is your dear sweet Paula? Is she hanging in there? Fuck you!
I'll say kill me. Oh, man. Garcia fucking Hotspur.
Paula! Shit.
Did I miss anything on? I think I'm gonna do phone, but I don't. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna. I hate this. I'm gonna grab my jacket, my safety jacket. This room's getting cold. I don't want to get the heater out either because it's gonna be warm later. Yeah. So I opened my blind, well, curtain, whatever, tied it up. I got double windows, so I tied up one of the curtains. Um, yeah, the Johnson Pedia. I started getting my jacket. So I was gonna get my jacket, and the reason I didn't get that is because whenever I grab it, my dog thinks we're gonna go outside, and yeah, we went out like 2 hours ago. When I was leaving for work, we normally leave for work. We went out right before then. It was like a 25, 30-minute walk, so he should be good. But I didn't want to get him all excited. Whiskey. Scotch whiskey. Nice. All right, let's continue.
No. Oh, God. Hold up. Wait, no.
Embrace the darkness. Lollipop chainsaw.
Híjole. You let my angel go now, stranger, and maybe I will blow your head off nicely.
Let her go. But can't you see the little peach is coming on to me?
Come on to this, pendejo.
Oh, demon hunter. Your bullets have no bite, no penetration. You need more thrust!
¿Qué diablos es eso?
was just the appetizer, Hotspur. A taste of what's in store.
So you know my name.
And you don't know mine. Please.
I was sitting there, like, I'm not working. I just had to remind myself again that I used PTO for Sunday, even though we don't work on Sundays because it was whatever, it was the holiday, it was Easter. I do it every single year. I need to do that for Halloween, but I end up having to work on Halloween. It ends up being just a regular day unless it's like a Sunday.
Admit that you challenged a greater power and lost. Admit that your endowments will never measure up to my own.
I will admit you're a fucking asshole. How's that, Fleming?
Oh, so be it. A place for Paula has now been set at my table.
I've literally been taking my Switch with me. So my thing is like I want to use the Switch more, but like I think you said you have a Switch 2. The Switch was fine, wasn't the best in terms of battery life, but the Switch 2's battery life, like on standby, is fucking terrible. Like I'll have it on, it'll be at 100%, and like I'll let it sit for like a day or two, not using it at all. Wait, hold on, we gotta hear this. Oh no. I need to play the first one. Well, so I have my dock right here. If I play it, it tends to be docked. But again, I take it with me to work, and like if I use it in the car, like, so what happens is a lot of times when I get up work, instead of going straight home, I'll just go to a parking lot and like skate for a little bit, or listen to a podcast for maybe like 30-40 minutes, maybe an hour, or play games. If I bring the Legion with me, what I did with the Legion, because that had bad battery life too, is it wasn't the battery life itself. The battery life is not great, but you can change what it's using, like if you want it in performance mode or like efficiency mode or whatever. I switched that, but I also changed the Windows settings, so like if you hit the power button, it goes into like a soft shutdown. Well, I've got the Switch 2, the problem is the standby, it downloads updates all the time. Unless I set it to airplane mode, maybe I'll do that. But by the time I cut it on, it's at like 70%. It'll be 100% charged, and like later in the day, it'll be like 80, 70%. Oh, Xenoblade? Yeah, I think so. I have Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I think it was a Wii game. I do believe it came out. I think it was... They put out 2 and then 3, and I think somewhere in between there they did Xenoblade Chronicles X, and then Definitive Edition or something.
The underworld lies just beyond the sound barrier.
That's like super classified demon information.
Not according to the internet.
There are also... There's games that are on PC or whatever that have like, you have to be online to play them, that on Switch don't require that, which is a cool feature. But it's just that battery life in the Switch 2 is just, it's so bad. I think I'm gonna cut on. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna cut this on because I don't feel like dealing with the aiming in this game. It feels a little bit like weird. The other thing about the Switch is, like, I really do like the way that they do their classics, the Switch Online stuff, like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, all that stuff. But it's also hard for me to think, like, Oh, it's like for me with the Switch, like I like the way they do their thing, but at the same time, I'll be like, but if I bring the Legion with me somewhere, it's a lot more flexible in terms of like hooking it up to a dock. Like I have shoot, where's that? I think it's actually in the case. I think it's that small. Let's see. Right. This case here, which I got for the Steam Deck before it broke, but the case was luckily it was deep enough to put an AC adapter and stuff in. But this thing fits in here, and the original Switch worked with this one too. But, like I have this dock here, I can just take this dock with me somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like using auto aim in games, unless because it tends to be a little bit too dramatic. I'll see how it goes though. But so I got that dock that can hook up with me. Like I can bring it to whatever I'm at. Like you could hook up to a computer monitor if you have a HDMI cable on it, or TV or a projector or whatever. And it works with the Legion, and I can play anything on there. Whereas with the Switch again is smaller, which is great, and you can detach the Joy-Cons. I think the original Legion you could attach the controllers on too. But the battery life, it's the battery life and the fact that like the Switch 2 doesn't work with most docks that I have. The dock that I use here, I'm playing this on the PC, is actually, I think this is like a nicer dock. I think it goes up to 4K or something like that. This is because Amazon has the worst product names. Hierarchal. The one that I had that broke my Steam Deck was the one that was highest rated. I think it was an Anker dock. I don't think it was the dock's fault. I think it was literally like a power surge happening, and the thing didn't have to like regulate the power, and it just went straight into the straight into it and fried something. Because it kind of did it to the ports on the Legion, but the Legion has 2 HDMI ports, so it's not a problem. But my bad. Accessories. So this is what I use that I stream with. I stopped using this for a while because I was convinced that it was this one that was doing the damage. The top of this thing is frayed, but this is fine. This works fine. I've never had any issues with this. You got HDMI on the bottom, you got 2 USB ports, and you have the charging port right there. So it's great. But I could take this with me anywhere. And again, when I look at the Switch, like the battery life, if they have similar battery life, and then it just doesn't do great with standby mode, like it's hard for me to justify using it a lot of times. But I do have, what I tend to put on the Switch is like games I know nobody will play with me. Like if I'm interested in a fighting game that I know nobody has any interest in, I'll buy it on Switch first, especially if I can find it on sale, and I'll just play it on that. Like I had Samurai Showdown, that collection on there. I think I might have that. Is it Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle? That's the one. I have that on there. I've got a couple other, anime fighting games on there too. Yeah. But then when I play games on there, I also end up in the situation where I'm like, man, if I bought it on the PC, I can, show it to people easier, or you get achievements and stuff like that. And like on the Switch, it's just so like isolated. Like you're just playing the thing on the Switch. Like the Switch friends list is, to me, it's like useless. It's like you can have a friends list, but you can barely ever interact with your friends. So anyway, Take Me to Hell. It's the name of this level. We will see how the auto aim is in this.
This is your barrio, right, Johnson? Then you can be my tour guide.
Me? But I quit the whole demon thing ages ago and written my memory's absolute rubbish.
Oh, I'm sure we'll come back to you in no time. Relax, amigo.
Yeah, that's great for that. Actually, so damn, I can't do it from here because I'm playing on the PC. I have like Lunar. This is what people used to call. I have Lunar on here. I've got Suikoden on here. Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters, but I have them on Switch too, and I'm way more likely to play those games on Switch. Just because, for the same reason, like you said, like if I want to be completely isolated, it's a lot easier for me to play those kinds of games on there, and just like not worry about somebody saying like, "Oh, I saw you playing this. What are you doing on this?" or whatever. It's just like you just play the game on the Switch and like everybody just leaves you the fuck alone because nobody can message you over there. Nobody can react to your achievement unlocks or anything, you know. Yeah, there's a problem with that. Like sometimes that's cool, but yeah. But again, the side effect is like, well, now I'm not really getting any achievements if I would care about those.
Like what you see. Que magnifico. Where's Fleming's cousin?
Well, it won't be on this side of the door.
All right, let's start this road movie with some road.
So the guy I sold my Switch OLED to,
That's right.
he was telling me he was looking on the eShop for games to play, and he bought Dragon's Dogma. He bought the first one. Okay, I've got 2. I have not gone back to 2.
Fucking hotspur.
Because it had performance issues on PC. I bought it for my ex's son because I told him like he did I think he had switched schools or something like that, and I just wanted to like do something for him. And he kept saying he wanted Elden Ring. So when I had the money, I was like, "Do you want Elden Ring?" He's like, "I want Dragon's Dogma 2." I was like, "You want what?" Okay, no problems. I'm just like, I don't know why you would switch. So I got Dragon's Dogma 2 for him. He's like, I finished the game. I looked at his hours. You have like 20 hours in there. It's like, I don't think you did that much stuff. But whatever.
Friend of yours?
Are you kidding? William is my aunt's first husband's adopted son from the Ukraine.
Then you are practically brothers.
Yeah, it was something low like that. It was because when he gets into games, he gets like really into them, but he doesn't tend to have a lot. So
Take a look over there.
I'm pretty sure he like just beeline the story, which you know you can do that with a lot of games. But you're missing out on so much.
Give it a try, G.
It's like if somebody was like, "Oh, I played Oblivion before," and they just went straight through the game, like they did not do any side quests or anything like that. I was like, you didn't talk to anybody? No. This is called not reading the instructions. There we go.
Did I brighten your day?
What can I say, Johnson? You are the right tool for every job. So when do I get to light up some demons?
And I'm sure you'll have the chance. They hate my light shot. Leaves a nasty rash.
See, it's starting to get lighter out, and in the back of my mind, all I'm thinking is like, I need to do yard work. But I also, as I have mentioned to somebody before, I was like, man, I talked about this earlier. It's like, I don't want to spend money to do stuff like this, because I always do. I always have to get so much crap.
Demons are not very talkative.
What have they got to talk about? Once your soul rolls into town, that's it. You're damned. And Fleming doesn't let anybody off the hook.
He sounds like a real dick. Tater.
Guy thrusting in front of a door. His actions did not line up with how I was tapping the button there.
Johnson, why is there a goat head hanging on the wall?
Oh, well, everybody knows that goats are a source of light.
Right, of course.
tyke. Most new arrivals in the underworld are condemned to guard doors like this for the first 100 years. We all have to start somewhere.
Garcia?
Paula, come back!
There's a run.
Paula!
Easy, G. This place is full of deceptions and dirty tricks.
Is that a floating?
Strawberry! Oh, gimme! Oh, these things are like demon catnip. When I was little.
Johnson, do I take this strawberry?
Yes! Gee, excuse me for having a little fruit fantasy. Hey, don't you dare give my strawberry to that sprog on the door! No! Gee, you berry squanderer! Ah, drinks. At least there's one good thing about the underworld.
What, liver damage?
That's the beauty of it. In the underworld, you don't die from drinks. They unkill people here.
Feels good. Paula? Paula? ¿Qué es esta mierda?
Uh-oh, I was afraid of this.
What? Why is it suddenly getting dark?
This isn't ordinary darkness. If you stay in it too long, it'll suck the life out of you. Quick! Use the light shot on the goat head. You can't stay in the darkness like this. It eats away the flesh of mortals. The goat head! Hurry! Hit him with the light shot!
You know shooting a goat would banish the darkness.
How did you not know? Some demon hunter, I say.
Just warn me if I have to fuck a horse to unlock a door, huh?
Oh boy, I need to screenshot that. There's somebody used to say. Wasn't that exact quote, but yeah.
Paula? Is that you? I can't see for shit.
If only there was some way to shed light on the situation.
Don't mock me, bitch.
Hot sake. We're gonna call it sake. To drive somebody crazy.
Themselves! It's what's for dinner.
Cannot interact with that thing outside of walking over to it.
Not again. And this time there's no goat to save us. Quick, the door! Run through the door! Oh, much better. No darkness and, dare I say it, no demons.
Sick. Suddenly got your goat, soak up some shade in the unsunny underworld. Dancing salon. Damn, it's nice to be pale. Oh. Oh, I got all this stuff to pop up trying to get a stupid screenshot. Oh, I gotta get this thing to go away too. Windows. Oh no, it's all falling apart. Damn, I don't have an F12 key because I'm using this weird tiny keyboard. Oh, nope, that's not that. F12 is F12. Cool. Obvious statement.
Nice one, G. Are you sure you did it all right?
Let me go for things behind me. No, it's not. What the hell? I can't tell if this is a window or not. I'm just looking.
There's the goat head out the window.
Okay, that is out the window. It just looked weird.
That was with her when she picked out that lingerie.
You? In a Victoria's Secret?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Keep running. There's no way to disperse darkness this thick. More darkness dead ahead. At least we're standing on the bright side of things this time.
If you can call this bright.
Yup.
I hear bleating. Better check your goat, Dar.
Can I get rid of the shadow door thingy?
What the fuck is that?
Let's go with big and hopefully dead, demon, shall we?
It's pointy man head. Is this something? Got more. Sake. Oops. What is... Luckily, I have this box of tissues on my desk. What is going on here? Oh, this is one of those dudes. Okay. Great.
A red gem? What does this do?
Shh, keep it down. That's a performance enhancer. Very shady. Very, very illegal.
Sure. It'll be fine. The reload speed's not an issue. Oh my goodness, man. I wish this chair was like... Should have got another chair a while ago. I also don't know how I want to... chair I want to get. Like this is clearly a gaming chair. You can't really see it behind me, but it had the arms on it, but the thing is that I play guitar, so I took the arms off, and when I took the arms off, the side flaps like fell apart instantly. Like it was like within like a week. And like the cushion on the chair, this is not the worst chair I've had, but so many chairs I've had, like as time goes on, the cushion gets like flatter and flatter and flatter, and you're just sitting on a piece of wood. It's not all the way there yet, but it's also not great. Wait. I didn't do anything. I mean, I got the upgrades. I guess I have to go fight something now? I guess I go back in the thing, because I can't go in either one of these doors since I don't have a strawberry, right? I do. Oh no, what was that?
So, Johnson, do you eat eyeballs too?
Perish the thought. It just so happens I'm a fruitarian, thank you. These human hearts let you withstand the darkness longer.
I'm not even going to ask how that makes sense. So, does Willie always take a big smoky dump in public?
You should see him piss. At least we can keep track of where we've been this way.
I'm pretty sure that was useful.
Demons can't stand light. Gotta put it all somewhere, you know?
Barrels. I can see they gave the problem a lot of thought.
All right. This is
Now here's a fine mess.
These demon pubes are blocking the door.
Hey, look up there. There's a switch glowing the same color. Hold on.
What?
Where else have we seen that color? You reckon taking a walk on the wild side might bring this whole situation into perspective?
Demon pubes. Okay, well I know everything's starting to get exciting now. I'm going to switch. Sorry. Again, it's not like the thing with this game is that the game is like it's very okay. It's a very okay-ish game. It's not amazing. It's also not terrible. It's just yeah. It fits in with Romeo as the Dead Man. Like that's another game that you play and you're like, yeah, this is okay. It's a perfectly cromulent game. I guess I can check this out finally. So the people that made El Paso Elsewhere, I think they worked on this too. I think it's Strange Scaffold. Is that the yeah. Check out their library. So they have a lot yeah, they've got Click Holding, which I need to send to somebody. El Paso Elsewhere. This is a prequel, I think. And Airport for Aliens, currently run by dogs. I didn't realize this game was $20. But they do this thing where like every now and then like they'll just have like a year where they just put out games constantly. And you got 2 games this year, whatever. 2024, they got 3. This was last year. They got 3 last year. I forgot they did this tactical takedown thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's scary around here. Maybe. I don't know how loud this game is. We're gonna go ahead and load up the game. I am your beast. We're gonna see why I am your beast. Man. The fact that I'm wearing this right now, and then who knows, like a couple hours, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be in like shorts and a t-shirt or something. It's ridiculous. Frosty Pop. Alright, setting. I have never played this before. Everything should be fine. Mute player exertions. I don't think I'll be doing that. I need to hear all that crap. Misk. Hiding the arms. Very interesting. What was that game that came out? Oh my gosh, what's the name of that game? Is it Children of the Sun? Hold on, let me put that on my wish list. I think it's the name of the game. It's the game where you play as like a sniper. And I think you have like a shot that you do. Yeah, it's like you do a shot and you have to like chain your bullet. Like I think you shoot and you control the bullet and it goes through things or something. It's supposed to be pretty cool. Yeah, it was also super short, so that's the thing that stopped me from getting it. But the people that got into it, apparently, like, you know, if you know other people, it was one of those games where people would like hop on and they would have these like crazy streaks and it would just show you a leaderboard. So it was people trying to like figure out how to beat those scores. Is this 2 a T? Oh, I saw this earlier. Okay. YIBT shape, not U or F or O. We're good. So this is a game I think where you play as a guy coming out of retirement, but you're really good at what you do. I think you're out of retirement because you want to retire more or something. I forgot.
Dear diary. Dear diary. Did I tell you that I saw a bird? It had brown feathers and a red chest that gleamed against the sky.
It sounds like the same dude.
I was sprinting through the forest. I slid through undergrowth like I was a kid again, not thinking about the mess or how I might need to repair my pants later. those trees. It reminded me of the best days of the COI. When I felt I did good. Then I heard the gunshot.
Why'd you do that? You're the one who bet that I couldn't. You're telling me you got a problem with it now? I don't care about you shooting fucking bird. I care about you giving away our position. Need I remind you that we are not supposed to be here? Come on. Harding barely leaves his nest. Anyway, as long as he doesn't say no for the next mission, we won't have to be here at all.
Hearing them say the quiet parts out loud. Seeing the way they treated this innocent, beautiful thing. They snapped.
I did it wrong.
I was reminded of the other part of being the COI. The people that made me break. So when I held the agent's gun in my hands, as the last member of the squad begged for his life in the stupidest way possible. I didn't feel a thing. I'm what the COI made me. And I'm not going back.
Okay then. Okay then. Alright. You run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. We're good, I think. Right? Am I missing anything? Oh, phone's fully charged. Hell yeah. bunch of stuff off. Not off, but just like upcoming bills and all this other stuff, so I can make my account as low as possible so I know what I actually have. So, alright. Cool. See, this is what screwed me up in the last game. It says tutorial, right? But this is the thing I just did, so I need to go to here. That's weird. Just go to the next level. Don't highlight this and be like, start. Rude.
Comms code 8, Hotel Alpha Delta Echo Sierra.
The comms code, General. I know who you are.
That's so. I'd assumed you'd forgotten, based on the dead squad my boys found yesterday.
Why do you have boys in the area?
I've got a job for you. Eastern Europe. You're the only one who can do it, and you're going to save a lot of lives in the process.
Does this have anything to do with those new oil reserves they found in the Black Sea?
What?
I may be out in the middle of nowhere, but I still find time to read.
It's one last job, Harding. One last job, and you're out.
I've heard that before.
Don't be stubborn. Your country needs you. The Covert Operations Initiative needs you. And you killed my men. You owe me.
See, I don't think that's true. I think as of 5 one last jobs ago, you owe me. Pull your agents back, Birkin.
Harding? Harding? Did you turn off your communicator? Harding!
Nearly finished setting up tech for the operation.
Move something all on my desk. Alright, I gotta fix this. Okay, so. Oh, weird. Let's try setting this to 10 ADP. Drop this down to 60. Game's not. Still. Like, whenever there's something in this game that's making the frame rate drop, I don't really mind it that much. Let's lock this to 60. There's something in here. Let's turn off VSync. Some of this stuff off. It's gone. Okay. So let's try. Let's cut on the post-processing stuff. Post-processing stuff. I think it was VSync. I think VSync was just having issues. Okay.
Harding's got a pistol!
Somewhere.
Took us out with a drone.
Still alive.
So we can find faster. I'll go Harding.
Sweet. I'm using the restream cats. I'm surprised those show up. Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. Man, Wario. I really need to check out Anton Blast and Pizza Towers. Never got around to them. Let's try this again. Let's see what happens, because I was very confused in the beginning. If you get a certain number of throwing, I'm gonna have kills too. Okay. Okay, look at that. 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 Way better. Okay, I understand now. I get it. The game wants you to like flow. Let's try this one more time. I just want to see if I can get the throwing knife kill thing. Alright. Alright. Oh, pistol. The fuck is my knife? Come on. How rude. Give me the knife back. It's in his face.
Party spotted.
Got it. Ah, there's one more dude left. Does that count? I am your beast. Melee gets- Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. All right, whatever. Screw that. This should just go there. Why do I have to go? Why do I have to exit? Wow, why do I have to exit and then go back here to see this? And in order to get a full mask, do I need to get the other thing too? Let's see how this goes. This is melee kills only, so if I get the tree thing.
Nearly finished setting up tech for the operation.
Smacked. It's melee. You're not what I wanted. I need tree bark or something. I guess I'm gonna go punch this man to death. I'm just gonna go fist fight.
He's moving to higher ground.
So what does that mean? I did both the objectives. I guess it's just a challenge you can do. Okay, so you have time limits for, or time things for both.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Where are you hiding? You can't hide forever, you know. The more you hide, the more agents we send. And the more agents we send, well, the forest will feel awful. Come on out, you big bitch.
Okay.
Wait.
Be careful what you wish for.
Oh man. This is
Let me know when you need to go to the
plot for like Commando.
I'm fine. What do you mean?
Except for I think Commando, I think he's actually trying to save his guys. And it's the people that like leave his group or whatever. They're killing your men, John. That might be Rambo. Commando and Rambo, the fact that they're both it's John Matrix and John Rambo, very confusing.
He's going for the head.
Oh, jeez. I like that. It was very aggressive. Like the comment knife. Okay. See, what happened is I missed this dude here. Again. Making questionable choices here. I want to land on somebody's head, but it's so hard. They want you to land on their head so precisely. Like, man, there is one moment I wish that they would just give you a little bit of, like, leeway. Okay. Just touched it too. Shoot, no weapon. Need something I can throw at somebody. I can throw bullets at this guy's face, right? Disappointing. I did feel like I was dragging there a little bit. It's all good. But I thought I killed everybody. Whatever. Yeah. Jerks.
Confirm access. Comms code 8, Hotel Alpha.
That we don't need to use a code.
What do you think you're doing here, son?
I believe I'm making it very unpleasant for a COA agent to exist in the relatively small patch of forest I've made my home. What do you think I'm doing here?
I think you're making a fool of yourself. You're going to take the job. You know the difference between right and wrong. There's work to be done. Let's get this over with.
Please, Birkin. I'm really not taking the job.
Damn it, Harding. There are innocent men in that forest that you are cutting down for a foolish tantrum.
You know what's funny? That you only bring up innocent men when it sounds like I'm not going to do what I'm told? And fly halfway around the world to put a bullet in somebody's head so a friend of some senator can make more money next year. I'm not taking the job.
You're setting a dangerous precedent, Harding. There are consequences for your actions.
Oh, I know. Every time I wake up in a cold sweat remembering some poor kid's face torn in half by a gun you made me fire. I know. Leave me alone, Birkin.
Captain, deploy the demolition squad.
Impolite dispute. Okay. Oh my gosh, my mouse. Ah, there's stuff on my desk. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop shooting. Stop! That's great.
Split up so we can find him faster. Harding spotted.
Lifting ahead over here.
Man, did that to myself. I did that to myself. The game had like a slow-mo button, so be not easy to deal with. It's done. Or that was. Let me see what that objective is. Every time I hit it, I'm just like, I think I'm doing the right thing. I can't really tell. So what screwed me before is I should have done this. Definitely has a vibe. Didn't even make it to see. There's a good number of levels in this. They're just really quick. I mean, I think the idea is that you just replay them. Alright. Oh, weird. I don't like having a giant Discord button up there like that. Oh, there's a chip. Let's see what this is. Bobby. Oh, of course. I'm thinking I'm back. Yep. What if that's how that movie started? What if that's how John Wick started? Just Keanu Reeves going up and falling off of a tree. That's the end of the movie. The fact that they won't let me climb and stuff like that is very rude. Damn right I do. Stop. Something. Well, just in case. Can't hurt, right? I also can't tell if my health is low because the screen's red. But that's just where I'm at, I guess. No, it's not supposed to be that red. Oh, there's a little health thing in the corner. Where are the other dudes at? The map is over this way. Let's go towards the red stuff. See red circles, I just don't see dudes. There's one. You got a time limit.
Stupid.
Can't really talk to a few more to get. Somebody over here. I don't know. I gotta finish it in like a minute, I think. Am I done? Yeah, where's the escape hatch? I'll never be as cool as Keanu. Oh, look at how close that threshold is. Oh, man. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool game. I'd buy that for $1. Strategery. I was gonna say, I thought I saw Metal Gear Solid or Delta, whatever they call it. Yeah, Metal Gear. Is it Metal Gear Delta? I don't know. And to put NBA 2K in here. Oh man, I thought this was a good place for sleeping. I'm sorry. So what gets me is like sitting there and doing spreadsheets and stuff, like having to update things, and like especially when it gets like when it gets near the end of the day and everybody's like leaving early and it starts getting really quiet where I work at, like I'll sit there and like I gotta like attach all this stuff and do all this other stuff. I'm sitting there typing and like sometimes I'll be sitting there like with a finger on the screen trying to keep track of where I'm at and I just start like dozing off. I'm like, oh, I gotta keep going. Definitely gotta keep moving. Clutch Time. This game is so good. This game came out on Switch. This game is so cool. This is, I think, because of this is where you get Nutmeg from. This game, when I played it, I was like, if I could find the streams, they're from a year ago. I think I was on stream at least. I was playing it the first time I tried. I was like, oh, Clutch Time, basketball deck builder. What? Played it, didn't really get it. Played another game, I was like, I don't really get it. And then it started to click, and when it starts to click and you realize what you're doing and the way that all this stuff plays is like, oh man, this feels like you're playing like really, really, really like high speed basketball, but it's turn based. So you're lining things up and trying to like set things up so when you lose possession and it's the other player's turn, you're trying to like shut down everything they could possibly do as much as possible. I think they also did this thing where like the better that you do, like say if you go on like a scoring streak, like say you just have like a couple of cards and they don't have anything to block you, and you land like a couple like threes in a row and you get like a dunk or something like that in a fast break. I have not. I've got time right now, but I just haven't really been in the mood to play it either. So yeah, Nutmeg seems pretty neat. So I usually put YouTube on. I'll have like some random gaming video on whenever it's time for me to go to bed, just to have background noise. It's more so because like to me, I feel like I hear everything. I don't, but I hear my uncle in particular because he just coughs a ton. So I want to have something on. So like when he starts doing that, there's something else to distract me outside of just being asleep and all of a sudden just hearing like smoker's cough, whatever. So put YouTube on. When, I woke up one morning because the way that YouTube used to be with the autoplay feature is like, I remember people complaining about this. So I would start watching a video about like the history of Mortal Kombat or the history of Pac-Man, or I don't know, somebody going into like discussing like where yo-yos came from, like an hour-long documentary thing. Great. And it would just play another one. Maybe it's like angry video game nerd videos on repeat or videos that are like that. Cool. And I would wake up like 2 o'clock in the morning. This is years ago, probably like 2018, 19. I'd wake up and it would just be like some speech that Hitler did and somebody analyzing it. I was like, how is this what's playing while I'm asleep? Why am I waking up to like a Hitler documentary? So for a while, because you mentioned Red Dead, I'm gonna say like over the last like, it just stopped happening to me. But maybe a couple of weeks ago, I was asleep. I was probably watching. That was another, it's always starts like video gamers, maybe some sports stuff. Let's see. Let's scroll to this list. Let's find out. Let's go in the retro section. So let's just say it's somebody talking about like, the history of like the GBA Castlevania games. Great. And it just flows into everything about the series. And I woke up and I heard John Marston's voice, and the dude that does his voice, I forgot. I remember reading about this on PC Gamer. He did a full stream of Red Dead 1. He had never played through the game supposedly. So he streamed the whole thing. But I was here. I woke up and I'm like, why do I hear John Marston? I looked at my screen. I was like, what is happening? And I realized like, oh my God, I woke up to it was like a repeat of his stream. I think he just finished it maybe a couple of months ago. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's out there. It's like a super long, like 40-part series, I think. That game is way longer, but it's a good game. I want to replay it, but I also, at the same time, every time I start, I'm like, man, I'm having fun. But there's so many other things that I own that I haven't played that I would also enjoy. Like getting the other achievement in this game. Oh man. Decisions. I'm going to turn on the Mortal Kombat collection. Because I want to watch some of the stuff that's in here. I was looking down to make sure my controller was hooked up. Yeah. The closest I can get, and it's like it's a self-control thing, is like on like the Switch or the Legion, just deleting 80% of the things I have installed in there. But what happens is I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I want to free up space. So I'm going to go in here and delete stuff. So let's say I've got like 250 games on there. I could delete 200 of those games, but as I mentioned the other day, the problem is that the games that are big are really big, and they're also the games that I want to play the most. Like, I've got like, I like having Halo on there because I'm not a big Halo fan, but if I'm ever in a situation where like, again, say if I take this thing to work and someone's like, hey, do you have this? Like, it's happened a couple of times where somebody wants to play Mortal Kombat or they want to play Street Fighter, and I have like little small controllers I can hook up so we'll be able to play matches. They're not the best matches, but you can play with somebody. Having stuff like that, like on tap, great. But most of the games I have are like 2 or 3 gigs. So by deleting 2 or 3 gig games, I'm still using up like 70% of my memory because the 10 games that are on there are all gigantic. But yeah, you would sit there and you would get a game like Super Mario World and just learn everything about it. And it's because that's the game you have. Like, I'm going to go home and play my Super Nintendo, my one game. Maybe I can get one other game from Blockbuster, so I have 2 games to go between. And just, maybe somebody comes over and they haven't played it, and it makes you want to play that game again. So, Who was I? I was showing this game to somebody. I think I showed this game to somebody that hadn't played this before, and they're like, "Oh, you haven't unlocked any of the characters." Like, I don't even know what that means. And for some reason, they went in. I guess when they were on the main menu, they didn't go to play. They went to the crypt, and they went to combatants or something. And they're just in here. I'm like, why is everybody grayed out? I was like, what are you talking about? And I think they did this. They're like, I want to play Mortal Kombat. So they went in here and they're looking at the Mortal Kombat, but you're not looking at Mortal. It was the weirdest thing. It was the weirdest statement. Like, oh, I want to play this, but nobody's unlocked yet. I'm like, this is not a game. This is character profiles. To me, it says, you know, combatants. I would assume that has something to do with the characters. I remember seeing this game in the arcade, like after playing Mortal Kombat 2, and I had played the Super Nintendo version of 1. I didn't know that they had those little cutscenes there. After defeating Mighty Goro and putting an end to Shang Tsung's rule over the tournament, Kang is able to return the contest to its rightful hosts. The Shaolin Temples. Kang's heroics will always be remembered. He will continue the traditions of the Shaolin Temples and restore the true pride and respect of this once great tournament.
The war is over. I've once again defended my title as champion of Mortal Kombat and defended the realm of Earth, but I have failed to save the realm of Edenia. In doing so, I have also lost Kitana forever. Kitana?
Yes, Liu Kang. It is I.
But I thought you were gonna lick.
With Shinnok's
Is she just wearing lingerie now?
but you've also saved my own realm. For that, I can never repay you.
Knowing that you survived is all that I need.
As heir to the throne of my realm, I offer you the chance to rule at my side as King of Edenia forever.
I cannot accept your offer. I belong here on Earth as champion of Mortal Kombat.
Then, I wish you good luck, Liu Kang, on all your journeys.
Goodbye, Princess Kitana.
I need to find Princess Kitana. I have failed her. I have found Princess Kitana. I have succeeded. Does he have a different... No, it's the same ending. Oh, God. We might as well, right? You can't do this. This is brutality. No, this is not brutality. This is a fatality. You have to uphold the law.
Shinnok is dead. The good guys won. You're coming back with me.
Never, Sonya. I agreed to help defeat Shinnok, not turn myself into the Special Forces. The Black Dragon live on.
It's over, Jarek. Shinnok is dead. The good guys won. You're coming back with me.
Never, Sonya. I agreed to help defeat Shinnok, not turn myself into the Special Forces. The Black Dragon live on.
The Black Dragon died with Kano. You're the last one, Jarek.
Never!
Come in, Major Briggs. This is Lieutenant Sonya Blade. What?
Sonya, this is Major Briggs. Come in. Sonya, this is Jax. Are you there?
Where's that laugh?
Somewhere, Jarek. Jax! I thought you were going to. Thought I was what? Dead? Like my partner you just tossed off the cliff? I'm sorry, Jax. Please, don't drop me. Wait, I promise. Too late, Jarek. You can't drop me. You have to uphold the law. You have to arrest me. Wait. This is brutality. You can't do it. Wrong, Jarek. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
you go. Doesn't get much better than that. I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything for meat. Okay, the other version of this. Save so much money by having like the same ending 3 times, 2 times, or whatever.
The Black Dragon died with Kano. You're the last one, Jarek. Come in, Major Briggs. This is Lieutenant Sonya Blade. Over. You actually sound happy to hear from me, Jack. Things get boring? Not since you swallowed Liu Kang into the Netherrealm. Well, it's over now. I'm returning to base. 10-4, Jack.
That's it. She grows up to be Ronda Rousey. See, my point still stands with this collection. They show you all these games that I would also like to be able to play. Like, come on, who has the rights to Pit Fighter, and why is that not here?
The ashes of the video crash were still smoking a little bit. The whole industry, both console and arcade.
Joust, Joust 2, Defender, Stargate, Moon Patrol. Game is so cool. I don't know what that game is right there. The one on the right beside Robotron. Make Tracks. I don't know what that is. Looks like a maze game though, because I don't see. No, there are 2 buttons. Well, let's see.
Character-based games, and as far as character art.
Oh yeah, there's definitely an echo. Because the problem is, check this out. I can get rid of the echo.
We really didn't have that resource in the U.S. And so it was, how do we compete? You know, I was like thinking, well, why does everything have to be some kind of fantasy or, you know, men in tights?
Nope, still there. Still there. It's the noise gate. There's a mix between the noise gate and the
arcade. You know, it's like
boosting my volume.
By doing live action, we don't need all these animators. Technology.
Also not using a headset, so
digitization was starting.
Hashtag deal with it.
Kind of born out of that.
Oh man. I could use a headset, but I don't like using headsets. Not a fan. Changes how the game feels. It makes it feel like I'm too involved, whatever. I don't know. Just trying to have a nice chill time. Makes it feel like I'm playing something that's like serious. Like, you know, if you're playing like a if you're playing something like, you know, Call of Duty or whatever big shooters are out there, Battlefield or whatever, like I want to hear everything. But even then, now I tend to just take the headsets off because I just want to chill. As a result, there's echo. If I get a better mic besides this little $20, $30 thing I got from Amazon a couple years ago, probably have some sort of better pickup and stuff. But yeah.
We've got the actual image, which is thousands of colors that an Amiga can generate. But then how do we turn that into 256? So I started exploring these algorithms to quantize or reduce colors from thousands to the best palette of 256 colors.
And there was always big problems with noise and getting washed out images, and the color was crappy, and
there's all sorts of tear and jitter and blur because VHS is terrible quality.
It's starting to warm up slowly.
The development of the studio and the techniques that we utilized came from those guys.
I think this game came out. I think he retired from gaming.
These are the guys working
John Tobias.
that we worked on. It's like, if you think about
like
me at the time,
within the time of this game shipping and
so I was
whatever.
literally just inheriting all this work that had been done before me. And I mean, I think we all like to talk and fantasize about this garage development mentality and stuff, but really, there were tools and things that were happening behind the scenes that we benefited from.
Again, Eugene Jarvis with like his just kind of overall direction and focus.
The hell is that?
A guy named Todd Allen who literally wrote a debugger. To this day, I'm just amazed at everything that he's done. And Warren, he made it possible. Like if Warren didn't do what he did, I don't know if we would have been able to have done Mortal Kombat.
And yeah, and Warren was always around, so that whenever we wanted anything else, a request came up, we just went over his office and talked to him, and he'd be like, yeah, okay, give me a day, I'll have that for tomorrow. And it's like, tomorrow, okay, great.
Besides being an amazing programmer and creating Q*bert and working alongside of him and just being like friends with this idol of yours, was just really overwhelming. He's one of my favorite people in the world.
I don't go around talking to people about what I did for Mortal Kombat. I don't talk about what I did in general. I have to say, there's a lot of people in my life, they didn't know about Q*bert until they've known me for like 5 or more years. And then they would be like, wait a minute, you made Q*bert? So I'm like, well, it never came up in conversation. I just don't, I don't dwell on it. Although I do have to say, I am very proud of my contribution to Mortal Kombat. A lot of people talk about digitized graphics, but it's like they just existed. It's like they just came out of nowhere. No, people don't think that they came from somebody or from somewhere.
Give me a second. I gotta try to fix something. Somebody has an issue. Hold on. Still here. Don't know what window this thing's gonna pop up on. I gotta log into my Amazon account. Let's see. Somebody had tried to use my Amazon account to order. Oh, I forgot the Masters is on. Anyway, somebody tried to use my Amazon account to order something, but they didn't set their address right or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this means. I don't understand what the problem is. I think it's just user error. I think they're just like, it's not the person that used the friend that was trying to set up her, she was trying to get something delivered to her house or whatever, but the address that was in there, she said they keep taking it to the wrong address, but what's in here is correct. I don't know. Oh no. I would like it if somebody did steal something for me. Like, here, I stole this. It's like, oh wow, that's sweet. Where are the cops at? It's an idea. Apartment 109. Oh, it's the way that this thing works. There's no way to fix it. It's just, it doesn't recognize it. It's, huh. So I can put it in twice. Won't save the change to. That's super funny. That's super funny. You can't update this stupid address. For some reason, it's weird. How does that happen? I've never seen that happen before, but again, I don't live in an apartment. So the problem I'm having is that when you go in to edit the address, it's saying, so it's the person where they stay at, it's building 20 apartment 109. So when you set it in the address, if you just put the street address and then in the unit notes you put building 20 apartment 109, it says apartment 20 apartment 109. And she was saying that it keeps saying apartment 20 twice. So I switched it, and in the second I just put the street address in the first spot, and then where it says building I put building and apartment, and then it changed it to apartment 20 apartment 109. And yeah, so whatever. Oh well, it's a weird issue. It's the kind of thing that like is definitely a problem. Like, you know, it's a problem with the interface itself, but who knows if anybody told him, because how often does it come up? Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at the guy background choking that chicken. This game is so cool. Street Fighter 2 is such a cool ass game. Ah, love that game. As broken as Street Fighter 2 is, I love that game. Oh man, oh man. Alright, let's see if we can just 2, 3, UMK3. Man, I remember being younger and trying to convince myself that I thought Sindel was hot, but I just couldn't. I know some people, you know, really do like her. It's just the gray hair. I was like, oh, she's like a young grandma. I don't understand what's going on with her. I have mixed feelings, man. I knew I did not like looking at Quan Chi. Never, ever, ever wanted to see Quan Chi. This is the weird looking dude. This box art, or the cabinet design that has the one that has Johnny Cage on the side of it, I think looks really cool. It's like him doing like a jump kick or whatever, like with his weird pose. That right there, I think that looks awesome. I also love the fact that if you look at this picture, so real it hurts. This game. USA 1992, the Olympics are proudly supporting America's best, which is such a strange thing to see on a Mortal Kombat thing. Mataro, you got Mataro, that's the Centaur. There was something about him that was like weird, but he didn't scare me as much as the first time I saw Goro. Like Goro scared the bejesus out of me. Seeing him here, and then getting to fight him, and it's in the pit, and you got like the dudes, or it's in the little layer. You get the skeletons in the background and stuff, and I think sometimes you see people like walking in the shadows, like just red eyes. Like to me, When I think of Mortal Kombat's scary. This game just felt a little bit like trying to think of a good comparison like with games. I can't think of anything that would like Street Fighter 2 feels so clean. I guess what it is like if you were to go like say if you're looking at like MMA, you're like I love UFC, I love MMA, and you go see like a local underground like fighting thing and there's like no rules and it's like in a bar, you're like, oh, this feels like dirty. Like I shouldn't be here. That's how Mortal Kombat felt. So let's, you know what? I can go to the documentary because Jeff Gerstmann says exactly the way that like when you hear about Mortal Kombat back then, like the way that it came off is like it's like Street Fighter, but like it's real people. It's Street Fighter, but it's real people, and the way they right here.
What is Mortal Kombat?
It's like Street Fighter, but you can fucking kill people.
Hearing that and hearing about the fatalities and seeing the blood and the underground tournament look of it, like a movie or something like that, but it's real people.
And we just threw it all into the game.
People getting their hearts ripped out and their skulls pulled out and lit on fire and stuff. And seeing the crazy forearm man.
I'd never done this before. I didn't know how to do it.
Getting to the very end of the game though. So for me, my brother and I we went to the game a couple of times. You know, fighting games were new back then, so it wasn't like we really knew what we were doing. But we play the game and we get up to Goro. We get to the little endurance matches where it's like 2-on-1. Those matches were a pain. They're still a pain. You get past that and you fight Goro and you're like, holy smokes, oh my gosh, like this guy's got 4 arms, what am I gonna do to him? You know, you lose a bunch, you get a game over, you have to restart the game, get back up to him. Eventually you get past him and you get to the final boss and it's like this old man. It's like, what is this? And, you know, he changes forms, but it was like such a huge letdown. And then on top of that too, when you get to Mortal Kombat 2 and they make him young, that also threw me off. Everybody had like a different design. Let's see. Music feels a little bit like weird too.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage win.
I don't know what the fatality is. Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what had happened. Is I hit Y thinking it was X because I'm so used to using the Nintendo controller right now.
Johnny Cage wins.
But you can't play these games like you're playing against the person because it will screw you over almost every single time.
Johnny Cage wins.
Oh.
Fatality.
Damn it. Is this the game where you did the multiple head hits, or is that might be 2?
wins.
Could have ducked.
Johnny Cage wins.
Take Katie perfect.
Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Test your might.
That stuff was so cool back then. All these games had mini games in them. Oops. Getting back up over here. Try not to block. Eef. Try not to block. I did. Yes. No. Oh no. Oh man. Oh man, he murdered me.
Johnny Cage.
Oh man.
Scorpion win.
Don't like that. Okay, my text messages got like jacked up. Like different people's pictures were attached to other text messages, which looks strange. Okay. Oh, then I go away from him. There we go. Oh wow, the range of that was further. Duck. Come on. Oh, he was going to finish me again, but he couldn't. He could. Nothing to knock me into. I remember making things up with people, being like, "Oh yeah, I hear that you can get if you get uppercutted on that one stage, you go in the background. That weird old man, he like kidnaps you." No. No. Oh no. If you get uppercutted on this stage, the guys in the background with the spears, you land on the spears, and then you're part of the next stage. Kids, man, make up some dumb shit in these old games. You couldn't prove them wrong. Who knew? Who knew it was in the game for sure?
Johnny Cage wins.
Calling gameplay. Oh, wasted so much time. Alright, let's try one more time. I don't know. When this game gets like harder, it's just like there's nothing. This game doesn't have a lot of the systems other fighting games have, which is one of the things that makes Mortal Kombat to this day weird. I was telling this dude at work that was he worked there. He quit. He's a huge Mortal Kombat fan, and I was trying to explain to him like the thing that makes Mortal Kombat weird is like you can't do a cross up in Mortal Kombat because you're just straight up blocking. Like you just have a block button. So there's so much like stuff that's in other games you just can't do here. Oh, same thing. Well. Watching the documentary and they tried to explain to the dude like, hey, we want you to do something, we want to have these two ninjas and we're just going to change the color on them, and trying to make him like understand like, oh, do something, do a cool pose. That's going to be like your main pose, and that was that right there. So you have like the exact same costumes, same actor, but by doing the different pose you can tell it's another character. Oh no. Oh. Oh man. Got it. Yeah, give me that head. Give me that head. I got head on Friday. Alright, it wasn't from Sonya. That right there was also like, oh dude, you can't do the Lobo on Sonya? Oh, that's so cheap. Hearing people talk about why she's like high tier in this game, I've never understood Sonya as a character. She's like a weird fake grappler, but it had something to do with her leg grab thing where it's like unblockable in certain situations. Damn it. Oh, what a counter. Oh, what a counter. And then she's smiling about it too. This game is woke. Oh, you got me. You got me.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, I said it was going to be one more time. It was one more time on that level, so we're going to keep going here. The leg grab. There's not much you can do. The recovery times in these games are so bad, especially in the first one. One of your combos is just mash punch. What an anti-air, Street Fighter style anti-air right there. Mistakes were made. Okay, we're good. To impress him. I have to impress him before he kills me and takes my soul. You can't do it to yourself either. Didn't remember that being a roll. Oh man. Oh, why would I go for an uppercut? The uppercut is terrible. Why would I do that? Come on, me. Not literally. Don't do that. It's gross. I went through the fireball. I'm the man. Temporarily. Johnny, one way or another, Johnny Cage is gonna win this match. Oh, come on. Come on, I was going for the same thing. Come on.
Johnny Cage.
Do this all day. I was absolutely thinking about just leaving that like that and seeing if I could win the match with the timeout. Okay, I will still be doing this stupid fight in Mortal Kombat and losing. It's like that kick. Oh no. Oh. Only one Johnny Cage can get that. So good. I got pushed back up to seasonal manager, which means that now I gotta find a damn office because they do these meetings. So they do in-person meetings. I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Tuesday and Friday the same meetings are calls. So I don't have an office anymore. The office I was using, the manager that was in that office, she's back. And the other manager that I'm filling in for, she's out, but I don't have a key to her office and I don't really want to use it. So they're like, "Oh, use the one upstairs." But I don't have a computer or anything because yeah. I also, for me, not a big fan of the office. Robert McIntyre under fire for lewd gesture in round 1 at the Masters. Huh. Hmm. And I need to get like, you know what? I probably have them here. I was gonna say I need to get snacks. But I was thinking I need to get like, so if I get chips and queso, the queso disappears almost instantly. I tend to buy like nicer ones too. Um, but the thing is like when I have it, I want it to be good. But I don't tend to eat that often. I'm usually working or I don't have the time for it. So when I get salsa, nobody touches the salsa. So I'm thinking about getting some salsa today. But I was thinking, it's like I think I might have some here, but I don't think I do. I think my uncle, when he gets a couple of beers deep, he'll just go downstairs and look for food. Like, oh, I gotta act like a scavenger to find foods. Motherfucker just use your phone and call food in. A normal person. Yeah, see, that's me. So I've been picking up stuff on the way home because I've cooked here twice in this house and the food disappears almost instantly. I'll cook like a good amount, for everybody, but it doesn't matter. Like I'll cook a ton for everybody, and the next thing I know, somebody gets like a big bowl and sets it aside, and all of a sudden, all the extra food I had is gone because this one person's like, "I'm gonna have it for lunch for the next 3 days." I'm like, "What about everybody else? Um, what about the made person that made it?" This is also why I haven't cooked chicken or anything here. I was gonna make a steak one day, and like I didn't want to. I was just gonna put it on the stove or in the air fryer or something. Nah, can't do it. So I've been using DoorDash or just going to places and getting stuff on the way home. Um, which is also a challenge because I eat slow and I don't tend to eat like a ton in one sitting. So for me to go, like I got maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago on the way home, like right after I fixed my car. Or was it the next week after because I had to get my money slightly higher. That Thursday, I think I went by Longhorn. Yeah, it was Longhorn. Picked up a outlaw ribeye, like they're what is it, like a 20-ounce steak or whatever. Got it from there, brought it back to the house, and that's the only way I could have a steak. Because if I was to make one here, I won't be able to have it, or everybody will come and go like, "Oh, what's that?" And like that annoys me too. I just want to get my food and be left alone. I already got to deal with the 2 dogs smelling it and just sitting here like begging for food the whole time. So. Oh, what an evasive maneuver. Problem with this game, and this problem with all these damn games, is that whenever they give you a fight like this, it is a endurance match in the truest sense. If you do survival mode in like a Japanese style fighting game, when you beat one person, you have 2 things. They will be half health, or you get a little bit of health recovery. This game, not so much. If you win one fight, the next person comes in with full life. That's insane. It makes this game so hard. Same with Mortal Kombat 9. I was playing that game story mode, or trying to get back through it, and I forgot about that. And you get near the end of the game, and you have to go through the endurance modes in that too. Now I'm where my life bar was, but he has a full life bar and he has regular power too.
Johnny Cage wins.
Gotta remember I can use that combo. Base. Thunder God no more. Okay. So, man, there's something I gotta check on. It smells smoke. I think I'm just going crazy. Hold on. So the solution I had, this is ingenious. Check this out. I decided to open my window. That's as far as that went. I was trying to see if my uncle was across the hall, but I don't know. I think I'm just smelling smoke because he always smokes in the house, and I'm not usually here long enough. Get these hands. You can get these hands. Come on. Come on.
Liu Kang win.
Mortal Kombat 10? Maybe it was 11 where they tried to turn Johnny Cage into like the guy, which is so strange. Like it's all Liu Kang, but I guess the thing is like he's the one that would have the most character development. I mean, Liu Kang is like, oh, his character development, he was a good martial artist, and then he was also still a good martial artist. As Johnny Cage, you know, is like he's younger, he's kind of foolish, I guess. Oh, man. So close for no reason. Got these hands. Here we go. Mom's got her barber coming over to cut her hair. wasn't for that, I'd be more locked in. He's really good at dodging my combo. Really good.
Johnny Cage.
I'll make this the last one. If I lose here. These hands. Come get these hands. Come get these hands. I got them all day. Yeah, there you go. Man, I'm really good at Mortal Kombat. I got this combo. Come on, Scorpion, let me show you my combo. Come on. Oh, he can do the same combo almost. It's not as cool as mine is. Oh. Damn.
Scorpion wins.
It's I know it's on sale. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, whatever. Fuck this game. This game is broken. Yeah, Mortal Kombat is like it's cool. I like these ones. I'm so happy that they brought this collection out because like Mortal Kombat has a really cool history. And again, I like the originals. I like specifically 1 and 2. 3 is alright. 3, I know people still play 3 and Ultimate 3, but 1 and 2 is the one I'd probably like going back to the most. 2, 9, and 10. I want to go through MVC1 really bad. Really, really, really bad. I haven't played through that game in forever. So when I was learning how to play it, I used to just I would come home from school when I found out about MAME, and I would just turn the game on and see how far I could get with 1 credit. I forgot what the team was. I think it was like Ryu and Mega Man or something. I met a really good friend of that game. Guy I still talk to this day. Call of Duty Black Ops. Hey, let's hop online and see what people are doing in Modern Warfare. I love this game. It's not that I love the game. I love the fact that this game, like, it'll still be active, but like the servers have been so shady for the past like 15 years. Yeah, as you can see in the corner, I'm using COD4X, and it's because if you try to play a game, there's no way to play a regular game. Everybody's playing modded Call of Duty. I don't know what these server numbers mean either, when it's like players and it's got 9, 12, 40, like what? You'll hop in and they'll just be full of bots. Looks like I'm about to get caught up in the crossfire. I've never actually gone to play golf. Played mini golf a handful of times, but even then, I barely touched that. My outlet for golf is just playing in VR. The neighborhood I live in supposedly used to be a golf course, and they keep talking about wanting to open the golf course back up. They built a movie studio nearby. They built a movie studio nearby. I think it's like a sound stage or something. And as a result, like all sorts of different people have been moving out here. So bots.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Game is also stuttering a little bit. It's not stuttering, it's like frame skip. But this is before they had mantling. You see it, right? It's not their ping, it's like literally the performance of my game. Markers.
Our UAV is online. Airstrike standing by. Friendly airstrike on the way.
Can't do this. This game is skipping way too much. But anyway, it's just cool seeing that this game is still like around. What is this? Oh, this is the opening. That's an ultra wide screen. That's just how it looked. Let me just see what this game looks like in person. Do 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 do. Night dive. Their logos changed a little bit to the last time I saw it, I think. It's the same logo, but I think before it used to be a little more centralized. Now they got the little skull off to the side. Go check the graphics. Set this to auto, whatever that means. It does look a lot like Atlanta. Is this just the intro to Half-Life and System Shock now? Shoot, this is the game. Edward Diego.
TriOptimum has you covered. We're now hiring for our new research and development program aboard our flagship.
On my end, oh, it's because it's coming over the damn radio. Look, this is my guitar.
Provide every employee a safe and enjoyable work environment where they can realize their full potential. But don't just take our word for it. Take our new hiree, Charlene Angel, for example.
Citadel Station means a lot more to me than any other place I've ever lived. It's more than just a great professional environment. As a corporation, TriOptimum has given me a place where I can feel safe and comfortable. All of my needs are taken care of under one great big roof. I feel like I'm part of a family.
Downloading to a floppy disk. Get that USB stick. Those giant donuts over there. They give you an explanation for why you end up where you are. Let me tell you that you're a hacker.
We're transporting the prisoner from New Atlanta Sector 11. What's our destination?
Diego's office is requesting the prisoner. Make the handoff there.
Copy that.
You have to raise the volume.
Remember, gentlemen, what I say stays here. I'm currently attending to other affairs on the station, but I have a job for you. If you do it, you'll be rewarded. Refuse, and you won't be leaving the station in a shuttle. I see the silent type. Remove the hood. I'll make you a deal. You cooperate and I'll give you the implant you tried to steal. Surgery and all. Consider it a gift. Besides, what surgeon would you prefer? TriOptimum's Elite or some black market hack job? Fantastic. This is Shodan, the station's AI. She controls just about every system on Citadel Station. I need you to remove the ethical restraints. They've been a bit of an issue of late.
Okay, so he's a really good hacker. I don't think I really needed this. I guess this is fine. Got a fixed chip.
Not bad. I may have other work for you once this is over. See you.
Almost makes me want to watch RoboCop. Almost. Not quite. Yeah, this is where I remember starting off on like the actual like game, like the original one.
We got someone. Employee 2-4601. I'm Rebecca Lansing, a counter-terrorism consultant for Tri-Ultima. Here's the situation. Our scans from Citadel Station show a biological outbreak is in progress. We're in a comms blackout and Showdown is unresponsive.
The rope. What's that guy's name? Alpha? Power Rangers? Well, tap out. I just want to see what this game looked like. Looks like, if you look at the character's hands, the hands look really good, but something about the world still looks, it's got that same like weird color palette that the original game has. It's cleaner. I mean, obviously these are like modern models and stuff. It's actually rendered instead of just being like a texture. I'm sure it does the crazy thing when you take like the space drugs and all of a sudden your vision gets all jacked up. Oh man, I can't do that right now. To figure out the pitch. I haven't heard that voice in so long. I can picture him. Alright. Since we're past the intro. There's nothing here. Weird. Alright. Well, I'll be back later. Figure out what I'm going to do today. I have to accept the fact I'm going to have to go buy more tools. I got these. I got to clean the gutters this weekend. If it's not today, tomorrow, maybe Sunday. But there's this bush. It's like a big shrub thing. Like it's in front, it's between the driveway and the walkway that comes to the front door, and like it goes so far out, so you have to like walk in the dirt every single time you go over there. So I've been meaning to trim that down. It used to be a lot shorter too. It's actually way too high, so I don't know. I'm like 5'3", but I think I have a step ladder that's here, like a good one. The one they have here is like, the one that they have here is a stepladder that my dad used to use back in the 90s. My dad's been dead for like 3 years. And like, I think the last time I remember seeing him use it was like probably like 1996, 1997. Like I was young. So when they use it here, I'm like, the thing looks shaky. They have a dolly that we had from my mom makes wrestling outfits. She used to work for WCW. It's from Turner Broadcasting back in the 90s. I'm like, and it still has all their Turner production stuff on it. It's crazy. Anyway, so I'll be back later. Peace out for now. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, get through the workday. You got this. All right. Peace.